Let's check one thing in the inputs. Let's get proper LNR buttons. There we go. Okay. So, this is very, very close to an actual SNES controller. It does have handles on it that I'm not a fan of, but this should go better. And let me also just show off a little thing. If I recall it being... wrong button. I seem to recall the only purpose of the name entry is for cheats in this one, or am I thinking of 3? We'll find out if that gave me 10 lives or not. Which I shouldn't need, but you know. Science. No. Okay, I did not. Either this is the wrong game or I remembered it incorrectly. But today I'm playing this with a controller that works so I can, you know, attack diagonally properly. And if I really wanted to, use sub-weapons. I will not demonstrate this with a knife. I have some dignity. Yeah, I did play this one the last time. I'm just like, to this day, I'm marveled by this, like, degree of control you have over the whip in this. I really did when I first played this back in the day, like, die from the time limit expiring because I was messing with that too much. In the very first level here. And I could get the password to, like, skip to, like, roughly where I was, but, like, I am mildly checked out today to begin with. Should we just compare, like, how much better I do with the controller and, like, a little bit more memory how this game works? I do like to be able to, like, do this as, like, a desperation recovery if you, like, miss an attack. Much less damage, but less time than, like, fully retracting and taking no swing. It's kind of strange that you were, like, a full 3 blocks tall in this, but, like, all practice being equal is very much 2. Because, like, the SNES didn't have more resolution than the NES. It's just more colors and, you know, various other improvements. And yet, people, like, decided, you gotta make bigger sprites. It's a fancy new system. If I really want to be, like, a weird pet, I can say, like, well, it's not bigger sprites, it's characters compose more sprites, but, you know. Okay, like, so much more air control in this than supposed to have to be. Plugs here I normally plug this because one place I normally plug this kind of like said shoe go away to me this week, which is odd. Not for like plugging that too much, just for, I don't know. Being depressed sometimes, apparently. That's not great. But speaking of having been in a lousy mood the last few days, I've been doing an awful lot of, like, trying to watch movies I haven't seen. And the only place I have to watch movies right now is, like, Tubi or anything else that's free. Which really is just, like, way too weird a selection of stuff. So I found something last night that I somehow never heard of, called, The Shadow Empire, I believe. And it's like, okay, here is a movie by Fred Olen Ray, who, you probably don't know who that is, but, like, if you do, that's a name that means something. Doing the whole, like, Hollow Earth thing. And it has Jeffrey Combs in it, and it's just like, how did I miss this little gem? Just, if you want some dinosaurs and spaceships and robots and Jeffrey Combs in a production with the sort of quality from Fred Olin Ray, like, that is a thing to watch. And if you don't know what to expect from a movie by Fred Olin Ray, that's also a thing to watch, because it's very difficult. Just a lot of cheese and sleaze and not caring at all. Yep, yeah, back on this. Just because, like, today, the 8-bit works. Oh, for what it's worth, the problem was that I was just starting it up, and it was defaulting to the last thing it was in, which was working as a Switch controller, and I did not reconfigure it for X input, I suppose, which is what, like, everything on PC wants. So, long story short, hold X when starting it up if you want to actually work with stuff like this. Hold Y for the Switch. Also, I'm recording this, like, shortly after the formal announcement, sort of, / debut of the Switch 2, which I guess they're just calling the Switch 2, which, being in America, I guess just oh well to that, because, fun stuff with our economy. Yeah, behold, I actually use a sub-weapon now. Which, like, you know, you can do it. And it does make the boss go down faster. I kind of prefer the axe in this one, just because... I do a quick close. Yeah, like, your whip hits, like, across the screen already and does pretty decent damage. So, like, any horizontal weapon is kind of like, what's the point? And you can also do the diagonal whip thing. That doesn't quite hit the same way as the axe does with that big high arc. It's like, there's one boss where it's useful. Otherwise, it's very easy just to, like, forget that it's even an option in this to use weapons, because, like, the whip is very good. But it does make bosses melt. Just, like, start throwing the rings. And yeah, I really have to, like, play through as much as I can, just because, like, contrast of how the controller works. And yeah, I could pick that axe up, but, like, I have double boomerangs, so, you know, it's different. I'm still just amazed by the soundtrack of this game. It's just so varied and interesting. But like I was saying too, when I was first starting on 10 minutes list, I was around in the chat. I'm basically just like doing the same thing I was doing last week. Slightly more games on the table. Not gonna play everything again, but, like, you know, if I felt I didn't give it a fair shake, here's some more of it. If I didn't get to it, which I went through everything I, like, had growing up, but I had some things I picked up later, like add to the list, or anything that, like, you know, hey, can we do some more of that? Or, like, hey, while you have your SNES set up, why not look around at such and such game? Just shout stuff out. It is kind of a very chill, undirected stream this week. Here, I'm definitely going to get through level 4, because, like, that's what I want to talk about this game, is that level in particular, and the, like, crazy showcase it was for stuff you can do on this hardware. Well, while I'm waiting to get there, also last week I was playing, at one point, Out of This World, or Another World if you're British, and, like, I maintain that game should not be possible on the SNES. Like, I've been studying what the system can do, because I've got my whole controller project, and I'm, like, making it SNES compatible, and, like, still hoping to put together that demo ROM at some point. So I know how the system handles graphics, and, like, full-screen polygonal stuff should not be possible. So I was looking this up, and, like, okay, so that game was originally on, I want to say, like, the Atari ST or something. It was programmed by one person who did, like, all the design, all the art, just all the everything. And that's no help for like how it's working with SNES. And I remembered that I saw an interview recently with Rebecca Heineman. I think I'm pressing that right. I might put an extra syllable in there. Accidentally, sorry if I did. Who is just a really cool person in general, but like handled like every port of that game solo. And like I don't know her, but I think she used to follow me on Twitter back in the day, and like is generally cool and approachable, and like also streams these days. So I just like sent her a direct message like, "How the hell did you do this?" And got a response, and the answer, which to me still sounds just like wizardry, is just like, okay, there was a custom graphics engine written for the game, and it was just like, okay, so I do have to get somewhat technical on how the SNES works, and this will be relevant when I get to level 4. But one thing is, the SNES was really, really good at direct memory addressing, where just like, here's a bunch of like essentially coprocessors, but not really, that are just like, if you want to just insert something into memory, like while stuff is going on, not wait its turn, you got these direct memory address registers that you can just shove stuff into to just request from when the time is right. And she just like put this custom what am I doing? Okay. Right. It's on R, keep reading that. So yeah, this custom like drawing engine just like running directly out of the DMA addresses, and like holy cow, that is like such a weird hacky thing to do. I also like don't want to pick anything else up this level because I've got triple boomerangs, and like I've already fought the boss, like I don't care about points. In fact, let's just waste these. I don't think hearts track these levels. Those big drums like so, or whatever you call them, gargoyles, little flying bat things that are large and humanoid. Like very, very non-threatening at the end of the day. Remember they're on this button. Yeah, like slightly more utility to them, but like only slightly. Again, those are just like, they're so large and have 1 HP and aren't, or they're slow and like a big target. It's like such a weird new enemy to introduce, just the least threatening thing. Hopefully you can see me playing better than I was last week. Another thing is, like, when I was a child, I would, like, religiously finish every game I owned. Which I kept doing up through, like, definitely the end of the 90s, I'm pretty sure. A couple exceptions. I never actually started, like, Lufia 1, I mentioned. And Lufia 2, I did, like, just get to the Ancient Cave, which is the whole, like, now it's a roguelike optional dungeon, and, never got back to the main game. In a way, that's winning. But yeah, with rare exception, I would just, like, finish what was on my plate. This seemed no exception, and, like, I had a tough time with, like, the back half of this, just because this adds the ability to the series that was not there previously to jump onto a staircase, and there is a level that makes you do that a lot by just being this, like, really unforgiving auto-scroller, if I recall. No! Why did I do that? Oh well. And I thought that was going to be a weapon, and I thought I could dodge it. I'm gonna slow down those, because, like, there's so many particles left. I keep forgetting the little guards' nose also hurt. Kinda cute. But yeah, I still say, like, this game in particular, if you want to just, like, well, if you're good at it enough to do so, if you want to just, like, showcase the rad little trickery you could do with these enemies, this is, like, one of the best games to do it with. And these little, like, green fuzzballs are annoying to me because, like, I'm sure if you just can't kill them at all, or if they just, like, have way too much HP for it to be worth making the effort. There's, like, nothing else quite like that in at least any of the, like, pre-Metroidvania, Castlevania games I can think of, where it's just, like, that much of a damage sponge that you just, like, want to just ignore it and move on with your life. It's kind of like a weird thing about, like, really most Castlevania, but especially this one, is like your attacks are very, very slow, but, like, incredibly hard hitting, and so you just kind of, like, more often than not want to just slug it out with things. I'm so paranoid about the jumps in this, just because they, like, rely on just, like, catching the corner and getting lifted up. Like right here, like that doesn't look like it's a doable jump. Or that. Also, like, the weird ratcheting when you land on a platform, like, just feels very odd to me. Like, they could have been smooth. They could have, like, tracked your character. They just chose not to. Yeah, I think this is last time, but, like, excellent track here. As far as, like, low on lives, it's taking way too slow. A little bit of this is just confidence of having played this a lot more recently now, but also, like, just being able to reliably use, you know, attacks in a diagonal helps so much. So I am, like, about to die. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Much easier to just, like, go to reasonable speed and go to week. I'm going to get hit by something, I'm sure. Like the boss. I still find, like, the screen clear power a weird addition to this. Right. Okay. Are those coded not to give you the hearts if you hit below like that? Such a weird one, because, like, I guess it's not really a threat from that angle. so long through. It's like, why is this placed here? It's like, it can't really hit you anywhere. That'd happen eventually. I do always find it weird that, like, you always will get your first whip upgrade immediately, like, first complete hit. Yeah, I guess it can, like, hit you through the stairs slightly right there, but still, it's least threatening Bone Dragon ever. I guess I was hit by the same throw. Oh! That was just rude. I didn't even realize that was, like, one-way scrolling until that moment. It wasn't earlier in this level. Well, now I'm just dead, aren't I? Yep. Oops. I am starting to choke a little. I am sorry with that. Let me give myself some slight insurance, in fact. You want to, just like you can get to level 4 already. Just, you know, so we're not spending all night on this. Beat out that crow that was... I don't know if I've ever had like a bad jump over after one of those swings. It's just like, it feels like sketchier than it is. But the dismount isn't really like anything else in this game. There we go. You cannot get knocked off the staircase, so like, I guess it's better. For things like that, it's always, if you're paranoid, it's safer to just like try to fight on the stairs. This is why I did this. I knew I was going to do something stupid. Right before the boss. This is another one I think where the axe can actually be very handy. Use special weapons to slow the game down. Every boss just like melts so fast in this. But yeah, it's like a candy art for how this game is designed. And yeah, like this level in particular, like it's so weird and like light jazzy. It's like all Castlevania music gets a bit prog rocky, but like here especially, they just were like, screw it, anything goes, and I appreciate it a lot. So okay, here is the tech demo level. Now I'll probably nerd out trying to explain everything it's doing. Also, I think that they showed up before, but I didn't demonstrate how these platforms are annoying. You can walk across them just fine, but if you jump onto them, they will like basically immediately drop. And if you get like knocked back, that counts as jumping onto them. So Sonic would have been like a nightmare in the original Castlevania, where you have that incredibly fixed jump. So it's still a little stiff here, but like you have air control. I can go up and then slightly forward, or I can go forward a bit and then stop. Not a bad time to demonstrate that, but I feel like the way these track you. So now well, that's doubly a trap. Also, I'm gonna screw this up too, I'm sure. This is like, I've never screwed this up on actual hardware, but anytime I am like, yeah, because like the timing on those is so precise. You really need to just like practically hit the jump before you land. If you're not like on an actual CRT where you have that like real level of feedback to know the exact moment you land. It's like, I'm not going to say it's frame perfect. People say that way too often, but it is more precise than it has a right to be. Again, it's much easier to do on actual systems. Like the second your foot hits, you jump again. And here it's like the frame before your foot hits, you want to jump again, basically. I mean, the hardware. Last time I was replaying, this was when I got called a Retron 5, just like super tacky, technically emulation-based console that uses actual cartridges. It's like hot pink, I kind of love it. But like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Eh. Oh no, it's this. That was this far back. Yeah. Cheating. Wait, did I go the wrong direction there? I did. Yeah. Okay. Cheating some more. But like, yeah, this. Very few SNES games require that much precision, but these platforms do. Which makes this level of this game in particular, like, almost as rough when emulating it as the, like, Punch-Out is. It could have been a little more forgiving. There we go. Okay. Yeah, bosses are always like so relaxing in this game. If nothing else, it's like pretty consistent damage recently. Okay, so now is where this gets cool. First trick is some Mode 7 stuff in a fashion that we are pretty familiar with from other games. We're just making the entire background basically one big polygon, and we're rotating it. I do like how they just give you this to like swing around while you're waiting for a complete stop. Oops. You know what? Gonna cheat again. Why not? Keep my stuff. That was before I did the little skeleton dance, isn't it? Yep. Here's the personal challenge here for the tech demo. Yeah, a lot of people like revisiting games, just doing so via emulators, like, don't realize, like, how much it robbed you of the real experience to be doing what I'm doing here, just, like, saves coming through. Yes, I saves come through, because, like, I used to have to, like, you know, really learn it, and, like, be able to get through the whole level from the last checkpoint to where picking up with this. So I just like forget how this works. I have to go left, right? Yeah. No? You like just wait it out longer or something? I also like the skeleton here. You can actually like stand on the slope bit too for a while. Now I wonder if that's like, is that not a way to go? And you just like have to wait it out longer for after the Medusa's? Yeah, okay. Oh, it's 2 cycles of it, right? Okay. Wait a bit. And quite a bit. And then that platform disappears, then a new one appears already spread. Now it's just like always a pit there. Right. Okay, not too much weird going on here. Just like rotating a big image, having collision with this kind of fancy, but like can't do that. Okay, now he's walking out. And now this, and I'm going to save it because I'm going to talk way too much over this. And also because I need to just explain it before I start going. This is one of the most impressive visual tricks I have ever seen. And it's a combination of a couple things that I have covered. The first one, and I want to just get through this before I walk through it so you can like see what it's doing in real time, is, okay, so everybody knows about Mode 7. The thing where you get a polygon. Specifically you get like a parallelogram to work with. And that's it. You can put a texture on it, you can spin it around, you can like squish it and stretch it and like tilt it, but that's all you can do. Um, so the first thing we're doing here is the entire background of this section of this level is on our 1 mode 7 polygon. The other thing we're doing to get this curvature is we are squishing it in and pulling it back out between drawing lines on the screen. So there's like a full screen rectangle, and then like, you know, we draw like a line, pull it in a pixel, draw a line, pull it in a pixel, and it just yields such a phenomenal effect at the end of the day. Just like, again, changing the dimensions on the 1 polygon we're drawing like 100 times while drawing the 1 screen. And like gameplay-wise, it's actually a very boring level. It's just this little walk down a line of logs while you try to not get dizzy. The background being super cool. This is like the raddest thing back when this game first came out, and it's still kind of the raddest thing. Like, I've never really seen anybody else do a trick like this. It just looks so good. It does slow down a bit though, because like, again, we are like asking a lot of the processor, just like using again that whole HDMA thing to just do a ton. Okay, from here I'm just gonna play honestly until I die. Or game over. One of those. The rest of this is just, you know, traditional scrolling hell stuff. Kind of like the path you probably shouldn't take in Castlevania 3. There's a trick that I don't remember. That's gonna be fun. Somewhere out there watching me do this, and I am like making a huge mistake, and they're just like screaming at their screen. So sorry to that one person. This wasn't super amazing, but you can like get confused and stuck for a while and have the time become an issue. So mundane after all that. Okay, here's where it's gonna be a thing. Yeah, now it's just super fast. That's again more just like a psychological thing than anything. You just held to the right, it's not actually a big deal. And this is this boss, so like this is where you want triple axes? Yep, this is the one. Really? 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 Magic pixel in me, huh? Okay, because no again. I was just like trying to get overconfident and like hit him with the whip at the end just for variety's sake, but I guess we're not doing that. And now I can't jump off the triple platform. that weird little like pause while I adjust the. Oh, that was a nice little trap. The little pause when it's adjusting the camera height. Which is not like technical, it's just a weird way they did it. This system does like, you know, diagonal scrolling just fine. By default, even, if I recall. It's one of like the big key features. Maybe let's go back to like Super Mario World at some point. Yeah, mostly just wanted to show off the rotating hallway, but like, you know, I'm gonna go until I get a game over. This is the thing. Probably won't take long. It's like, I'm not super good at Castlevania 4. I finished it, but like, once when I was like, I don't know, 13 or whatever I was at the time. I used to say I used to be better at this sort of thing. Far from it, actually. Kind of a scrumpy little kid who would like be desperate for the can I just like sit in the corner and make this super easy sort of strategies for things. And like miss a lot of like basic patterns stuff as a result. The key difference is that like I was playing it a lot back then because it was like, you know, one of the like 5 games I had of this system. One of those SimCity, so you know. One of those with Populous, so. You ate what's on your plate back then. Let's see if I can be slightly less embarrassing this time. Maybe dodge some rocks. Instead of just like you can get multiple hits with the axis here, like really easily. Especially like with and then throw. Again? 1 pixel? Ugh. Or 1 bar. Either me or this golem's gonna die. Place your bets now, I guess. I did the same thing when I was doing the SMS library and just like had to come back sometime later. Like, no, let me actually properly play R-Type. Like, I can't embarrass myself this badly. So I love that like default pose is just like flexing. Simon Belmont constantly wants to check out these guns. Can I do this right? Aaron isn't a very hard boss either, so I'm screwing up so bad. There we go. Yeah, plenty of time to learn those. Okay, we're doing scaling and rotation of their one polygon without death. And this is why people were confused when, like, Yoshi's Island, like, had a new chip to do all kinds of, like, sprite scaling and squishing and stuff like that. It's like, well, you're doing that all the time. It's like, no, just with the one thing, though, because we had the one. The question is, will I actually get into Dracula's castle before game over? This is like the final approach for it. Yeah, that's the thing. People say, well, this game's a lot easier than the original Castlevania. Like, I haven't gotten to the first level of the original Castlevania yet. This is still all prologue. So this 30-degree incline, this is also like the second contra is full of this, and it's more of a pain than it looks like it should be. Because your attacks are like a 45-degree angle straight ahead. And... No! I swear they put daggers in particular in like the most trolly places on purpose. Can I do that? Yes. Okay. Why do you exist? Why are the rabbits so much tougher on their own than carried? I guess like wondering how second it's just very nice, but still. I do like the idea of like, skeletons now also have whips. Oh, I can just walk normally, okay. I had to crawl. Those vines are just like animated because they can be. Got proper transparency. Well, not really. Oh, transparency. That would be in Superman, so you won't show that off. What a thing. That could have gone really bad. Oh, I gotta move. The timer is real in this game. Okay, I did it. I got to, you know, the actual remake of Castlevania in Castlevania 4. Yeah, the first 5 levels are just like the countryside journey, and then comes the nostalgia. It's kind of funny how, like, you just end up defaulting to the moonwalk when you're on staircases, because, like, the angle's better. I just did not see that big of I guess the one nice thing with having a dagger is not paranoid getting a dagger. You can just, like, hit the candles. worry about, like, making on your face. Which is, you know... The good thing about something is you can't suck more. But here again, like... pretty standard use of technology. The actual jumps might be kind of weird. Okay, why not? I do like the candle flames changing in the swing. That's like nice little touch. But even like Castlevania 3 had this with the pendulums. You'll notice you never have to jump from one to another because like you can't. Well, I guess if they like just fill the higher polygon, then you have to loop the edge. But like rotation-wise, you can't. That's why these aren't technically on the same screen at the same time. They're very close, but not quite there. You can't tilt them both ways at once. You also have like, yeah, little candles on the side. Check out the background here. There's little like, Easter eggy stuff back there if you want one. I like the actual crack on the ground. Okay. Don't recall if that winds up like flying under you. Another like flashy effect as a monster. And here we're seeing some like alpha channel transparency going on. Okay, so I'll finish breaking that. So is that. Please beat. No. Now I'm questioning myself on how that works. There were two of those. And they have like a strong background certificate. That is just the one background. It's a really fancy looking sprite, I guess. I think. Or there's like one other. Oh, well, I'm dead now. Because I don't put this back over on its own. Yeah, again, like, emulator timing, those are just the roughest thing. You live my life. Distance for all the methods, so I'm not continuing. I guess it's not. Science head. Yes. How do you work? I think there's another, like, little reserved, like, single shape trick of how to do, like, the keyhole doors and Super Mario Brothers and the Zelda Spotlight. It's escaping me. And, there's a couple like YouTube channels I'll get into how this stuff works in detail. What was it, like displaced gamers? I think was what it's called. It sounds so like it's gonna be a gamer. No, it's just like really into the technical stuff. So I'm not gonna cheat. It is legit. Probably gonna screw it up and like just fall on spikes. Did it. And now I can rest. Like, whatever stupid thing kills me, at least it wasn't that. Probably be like forgetting about a bat or something. Or like one of these jumps. I forgot what those do correctly. Not gonna check on my last life. I'm just saying. I mean, the answer is definitely damage to you in some way or another. Okay. Well, like, once you're in the castle here, it tends to be more traditional Castlevania-ish music, although it's still very fancy. We can also do like parallax foreground stuff. Isn't that big a flex, but you know, it's good to know. Yeah, I'm just like leaving, so it's fine by me. Yeah, I guess red skeletons are a like don't bother with you, but you do fight them a little before you don't bother with them. Got hands in the wall, grab my boobs. Hold me in place for this guy. Yeah. Just did not blink on that one. What do you do with this? Do you like sneak under it? That works. This ridiculous looking crouch walk. These stairs look weird. Roasting coffee and breed, like I have not seen this far into this game in a while. Basically just going off like, okay, how did this work in like Symphony of the Night when they reused this? Well, I have to be dying to a boss, I wonder. Yeah, looks like. Okay. Now, which is it gonna be? Is it gonna be, these two? That's not what I meant, but these two. save password just in case. There it is. With my incorrectly put in cheat code name. But yeah, okay, that was a better look at this game played properly with an actual controller. I did better. And I showed off the level I wanted to show off. So let's see. What